Crossing over the henbane now.
Oh, fuck, there he is.
Crazy motherfucker. Jesus.
We're officially in Peggy country.
You're sitting in a helicopter flying over the beautiful, sweeping mountains of Montana. You have a federal warrant, a team of armed marshals, and the law on your side. You walk into a church filled with people who look like they're at a Sunday back sale, and you find a man with yellow aviators and a man bun. He doesn't run, he doesn't scream, he just puts his hands out and tells you with the calmest voice you've ever heard,
"Put down your guns, take your friends, and walk away."
and then the world breaks. Most Far Cry villains are defined by their loudest moments. Voss's insanity, Pegamin's flamboyant ego, but Joseph Seed, he's defined by his silence. He is the disappointed father of gaming villains, a man who truly believes he is the hero of a story that ends in fire.
Sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone.
Today we're doing a deep dive into the lore of the father, the disturbing reality of Eden's Gate, and the terrifying fact that in the end he was actually right. To understand why Joseph Seed is the way he is, you have to look at where he came from. It's really not pretty at all. Joseph wasn't born a prophet. He was born into a circle of horrifying abuse in Georgia. He and his brothers Jacob and John were raised by a father who preached a warped, violent version of Christianity and beat them for the smallest sins, like owning a Spider-Man comic. Joseph's father really didn't like Spider-Man. Joseph spent his early years moving through abusive foster homes and experiencing the worst out of humanity. He was homeless, he was a janitor, he was a nobody, but he had a voice in his head.
I saw when the Lamb opened the first seal, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts say, "Come and see."
Step forward.
And I saw.
The turning point of Joseph is one of the darkest pieces of the lore in the franchise. He had a wife and a daughter. His wife died in a car crash.
Did you know that I had a wife? She's so beautiful, isn't she?
And while Joseph sat in the hospital with his surviving infant daughter, he claims the voice spoke to him. It told him this was a test, and in that moment, that cements him as a true monster. Joseph survived his own child. He was a servant making a sacrifice to serve the world. That is really dark, man. That is extremely dark.
That's harsh, man.
Because Joseph Seed is the only villain in the history who can commit international war crimes while looking like he's about to give a TED talk on the benefits of essential oils. The yellow aviators, the man bun, the shirtless under the leather vest look. He doesn't look like a cult leader. He looks like the guy at the party who cornered you to explain why crypto is the future. But that's the genius of his design. He's relatable. His modern American distrust personified. He taps into the feeling that the world is going to hell, and he offers a solution that sounds almost reasonable until you see the cages. Joseph's cult, the project of Eden's Gate, isn't just about worship, it's about preparation. He believes in the collapse, a total societal breakdown. He calls his followers Peggies, and he treats Hope County like his personal bunker. But he doesn't do it alone. He outsourced the trauma to his family. John Seed, the lawyer who forces you to say yes to your own destruction. He's the PR wing of the cult. Jacob Seed, the soldier who believes in calling the herd. He's the one who turns people into judges through psychological conditioning, and only the strong survived logic. Fate Seed, the voice of the bliss. She represents the drug-induced escapism that keeps the followers compliant. Joseph is the CEO of Crazy. He sits at the top, stays clean, and plays the father, the Jesus of this whole thing, while his siblings do the dirty work. He views the deputy, aka you, as not as an enemy, but as the lamb from the book of Revelation. Every time you kill one of his siblings, you aren't winning in his mind. You are breaking a seal and bringing the end of the world one step closer. This is what makes Joseph Seed the most successful villain in Far Cry history. I would like to issue a spoiler warning just in case you guys haven't played Far Cry 5, but who hasn't, in this day and age? The ending, it's really traumatizing. In every other game, you win. You kill the bad guy and the credits roll. In Far Cry 5, you win the final boss fight only for a literally nuclear bomb to go off in the background. The sirens wail, the sky turns orange, and you realize Joseph wasn't just a crazy guy in the bunker. He was a crazy guy in the bunker who knew exactly what was gonna happen. Game ends with you, the person who killed his entire family, stuck in a bunker with him while the world burns. It's just the two of you. I mean, until you go and play Far Cry New Dawn, then you find out there's a whole lot of survivors out there. But yeah, he actually makes you believe that there's the two of you in there, in the bunker, and the world is gone. That is a level of psychology victory no other villain has achieved. And I must say, man, playing this game for the actually first time, when I actually finished the game and I see the whole story, I was really shocked at how the ending just ended the way it did. I mean, all Far Cry endings kind of give you a sense of relief in a sense of way, because if you finish a game, you feel victorious, after the whole thing. But this one, it just brings a whole lot of what was that? What's gonna happen next until you go on and play Far Cry New Dawn. If you follow the story into Far Cry New Dawn, Joseph's lore gets even stranger. 17 years later, he's a broken man. He realizes that the new world he builds is just as violent as the old one. He even loses his son, Ethan. He actually has a son in this world, to the same cycle of sin he tried to escape. By the end of his journey, Joseph Seed doesn't want power anymore. He wants death. He realizes that he wasn't God's shepherd. He was just a man who caused immeasurable suffering in the name of a voice. And in conclusion, man, Joseph Seed works because he represents the most dangerous thing in the world. Sincere delusion. He's not a mustache twirling villain. He wants to take over the world. He's a man who genuinely believes he is saving you, and he is willing to kill you to make sure it happens. He's a reminder that the scariest person in the room isn't the one with the loudest voice or the biggest gun. It's the one with the quiet voice, a pair of yellow glasses, and a plan for the end of the world. And honestly, next time a cult leader tells you the world is ending, I might just check the news first, and see what's happening. And that's it, man. That's it. That's the end of my video of Joseph Seed. I hope you guys enjoyed this deep dive. I've been doing a whole lot of Far Cry deep dive. I've just finished doing the Far Cry 4 deep dive, and I'm sure you also see the compilation of all those deep dive, of the character laws of those characters of Far Cry 4. And now I'm actually jumping into Far Cry 5 character laws. And yeah, man, if you guys really like my deep dive, please don't forget to leave a comment, share with me your opinions. I'm always listening, I'm always watching, and subscribe to my channel, leave a like. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy my deep dive of the Father. This is the most anticipated villain in Far Cry 5. Voss did, laid out the whole villainy vibe in Far Cry, in the whole franchise. But then we had flamboyant guy like Pagan Min, and then we have Joseph Seed. I think Voss and Joseph Seed might have a really, a little bit of a competition with the whole sadistic thing going on. But I hate how they turned Joseph Seed. I know they were trying to do like a really redemption arc after how Far Cry 5 ended, and then they tried to do, a whole new redemption arc in Far Cry New Dawn. But you see a really big difference in between the two guys. He's not the same Joseph Seed that we were really fighting in Far Cry 5, between Far Cry 5 and Far Cry New Dawn. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, for me, Max, and Screen TV Magic,
I will see you when I see you.